You aren't going to find anybody who's going to be successful without making a sacrifice and without perseverance. Lou Holtz, my friends, your sacrifice 10 to 15 minutes each and every day. That is your perseverance every day to learn the nuances of the market. Now let's jump into these charts. We see that stocks and Bitcoin are up. Bonds and gold are down. We will compare where we are today as to what our predictions were yesterday, what our directional probability is moving forward, and our back test accuracy. And guys, have we not been spot on it? Has it not been going wonderfully well? I hope you are practice trading with us, that you are following these directional probabilities, and that it's working out for you in your practice trades. Remember, we're not a stock calling service. We're not a bond, Bitcoin, gold calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice trade with us. Learn this by doing it. If you don't have my book, only way you get it is being a Patreon member at any of the 3 levels, as little as $30 a month. Yeah, I guess you could just sign up for a month and get the book and then go away, but why do that when there's so much more there? And of course, you also, besides the book, you get Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, our 3-part series that I just continue to get kudos on. It just makes options simple so they work. Everything we do here is simple. Maybe because it's idiot simple, because I'm an idiot, and it's got to be simple for me to figure it out, but it works, it works, it works. Just practice it. See if it doesn't work for you. Now, you'll learn by doing. Don't worry about how long it takes, because once you master these charts, you'll make up for all the time you ever spent. Let's jump into things. We told you the bullish probability on the S&P yesterday was 75% up with an 80% backtest accuracy. Well, bingo, it was up over 0.5% again today. We're now going up to an 80% directional probability of continued up movement. Exit point yesterday was around the 596 mark. Well, we hit that, and we're still going. We're looking at an entry around the 596 mark with an exit around the 600 with an 83% backtest accuracy. Now, does that mean that things have to go up? You can see we've now reached a higher high. The high throughout the course of the day, 597.08. And you can see we have a green spinning top here for the Monday, Tuesday, and you can see where Monday afternoon and then on Tuesday, things moving up nicely on that half-day chart. Volume later in the day looks like it got right up toward average. Didn't quite get average on the latest 2-day, but it did move up to a higher high. And again, we can see we're a little weak here on volume. Maybe we'll get to the halfway mark on Wednesday and get on up to average for the end of the week. It looks to me like right now the average looks like it's drifting down a little bit on the volume. We did open higher than the prior close. That's what the green volume always means. Red means you open lower than the prior close. That can be a warning sign. But keep your eye on things. Does not mean that something crazy can't happen in the marketplace and everything's slammed down. Just because we have these probabilities, they're only probabilities. But an 80% probability of continued up movement and a backtest accuracy of 83%, that's quite beautiful and good to see. And we will see if those things keep moving. Like we said, our prediction is 80% probability of continued bullish movement. The price break above 597.08 toward a 600, a psychological level and extension of the trend. So keep your eye on that. That is where we are on the S&P. Now let's look at the NASDAQ 100. Unlike the S&P that slid sideways and down a little bit over the last 4 weeks, we can see going into this 4th week that the NASDAQ has continued to push up each week a little higher. It looks like, let's go all the way back 4 weeks, 521.93. Yes. So going into this 4th week, it's just continued to push up. Now the candle's getting a little shorter, but it's continuing to move up. Look at all that decent volume for the prior 3 weeks. We'll see where things go this week, but up 0.78%. So our backtest accuracy on the bullish setups, 4 out of 5 have worked, yielding an 80% backtest accuracy. Where does that leave us? We're at 75%. We were at 70% yesterday with a 67% backtest accuracy. So moving up that 0.78% to a higher high is beautiful. So we'll continue to watch. Again, may have some resistance at that 532 mark. We closed today at 527.30. So again, monitor things, pay attention if you're in this trade and continuing to ride it up. And we'll see how far this baby goes. That's where we are with stocks. We'll take a look at bonds next. We are bearish on bonds. Yesterday, 80%. We remain at 80% and 83% backtest accuracy. We were down today just a little bit, 0.18%. And we are paying close attention. We had a doji last week. So far this week, a red spinning top sitting right there on the line. Could things be getting ready to move around? It sure looked like it on those prior 4 days. That was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. However, things drifted off and started moving down this week. So we have a red spinning top just below that trend line. We can see here on the Monday, things popped down decently. And on Tuesday, some volatility popping up a little bit, it looks like in the morning, but then clearing back down in the afternoon. We are watching bonds closely. I mean, we do have, 80% bearish still. But again, we've seen bonds as they have sort of weakened in that down movement. So we'll continue to keep our eye on things and see if indeed they will continue that decent down moves. According to our backtest accuracy, the bearish setups have succeeded 5 out of the prior 6 times. So again, we are still bearish with a price nearing support of $84.79. We closed at $85. So that is where we are on bonds. We will now take a look at gold. And of course, gold down a little bit today, 0.89% after a booming day yesterday, maybe pulling back with some profit taking. Yesterday, we were 75% bullish. We've now moved down to 70% bullish on gold with a continued 80% back test accuracy. So we will keep our eye on gold and just see how it is setting itself up and how those moves might continue. Our backtest accuracy last 4 out of 5. Again, 70% probability. Price may reach up to the 313 mark, which is where we see the next resistance level. We closed today at 308.91. So again, we can see we're at volume. Hopefully we'll, the last, we hadn't hit average. You have to go all the way back to get average volume to the week beginning the 12th of May. That was that pullback week. And as gold is ticked up, moving back up again, we see the volume sort of rolling off. This latest 2-day candle, again, not quite average volume, but it was a nice little green up candle above the weekly trend line. Like I said, lots of good movement on Monday, but slowing down, pulling back some on Tuesday. We are still bullish on gold. Now, what about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin swung back up morning, and you can see in the afternoon there, after several days of red down movement, piercing the weekly trend line, didn't pop above it on the half day, sitting right there on it. Well, actually penetrating a little bit on the 2-day with a wick below, and just red down candle, no above wick. Again, let me warn you, you see these dashes when we go. It's always good. You can go to it to see like where you fall on the high open, low close. But before you call your candle, move to the left or right and take a look at the candle you're looking at, and don't be fooled by these dash lines. See, it makes it look like there's a little up movement on there. It wasn't. It can also magnify down movements lower than they look. So again, always go to the side. But you can see that's just a red down candle on the 2-day for the last 2 days, not quite up to average volume. Doji so far this week, which again, I told you that it can turn back around if the market does start booming up, turn into a green candle, but it did pierce a very strong trend line. Could it recover? Of course. Is it necessarily going to do that? That's going to be a tough one for it to do. Now, yesterday we were 70% bullish, and we have been bullish on Bitcoin for a while. We are still bullish, 70%, with only a 60% backtest accuracy, both yesterday and it continues today. So again, showing you that probability is again weakened by the fact that the backtest accuracy is not that formidable. But again, Bitcoin popping up 1.76%. So we'll keep our eye on things and see if it is indeed going to recover and turn this doji into a green up candle. But probably just some profit taking there on Bitcoin after going up to those highest highs back on the week beginning the 19th of May, slowing down last week and slowing down much more this week. That is where we are, my friends. If you appreciate what we do, support us. Help underwrite some of the cost of putting this show on every day by being a Patreon supporter, because the things you support tend to stay around. Plus, we got all those goodies for you, including my latest book, 3-Wave Trading Advantage, that explains everything we do here on our 3 waves, the weekly 2-day and the real half day, which is 195 minutes. God bless, my friends. All the best from Charting Wealth.